They say driving in a foreign country is an adventure. But when I passed the same gas station for the third time, I realized I wasn't just lost. I was trapped. It all started when I arrived in a picturesque but remote town in Eastern Europe for a solo vacation. Renting a car seemed like the perfect way to explore the misty mountains and winding roads I'd seen in travel blogs. I didn't think twice when the rental clerk handed me the keys to a vintage boxy sedan. "Be careful," he said cryptically, his thick accent tinged with unease. "The roads, they play tricks." I laughed it off, thinking it was a quirky local joke. Little did I know he wasn't joking. The first few hours were magical. Rolling hills, quaint villages, and endless stretches of forest. Then the GPS started acting strange. It would recalibrate every few minutes, spinning the map like it couldn't decide where I was. The road signs were no help either. Some seemed written in a language I couldn't even identify. Things got eerie when I reached a fork in the road. I chose the right path, but minutes later I found myself back at the same fork, approaching it from the opposite direction. Thinking I'd made a wrong turn, I tried the left path. Same result. That's when I noticed the gas station. Small, rundown, and sitting at the edge of the forest, it stood out in its solitude. I decided to stop and ask for directions. The attendant, a wiry old man with piercing eyes, barely looked up as I entered. When I explained my predicament, he nodded slowly and said, "You've entered the Veiled Roads. They don't let you go unless you give them something they want." I couldn't tell if he was serious or messing with me. Before I could ask what he meant, he gestured toward a small map on the counter. "Take this, but remember, you must follow it exactly." I didn't know why, but his words sent a chill down my spine. The map was hand-drawn with crude landmarks and a single bold arrow pointing to a road labeled The Way Out. Driving with the map wasn't easy. It led me down overgrown paths, past abandoned vehicles, and even across what looked like someone's backyard. But the strangest part? The radio, which had been dead for hours, suddenly crackled to life. A deep, distorted voice began to speak. "You shouldn't have come here." Heart pounding, I ignored it and kept driving. The trees seemed to close in around me, their shadows twisting like clawed hands. The road began to disappear, leaving me navigating over rocks and dirt. Just when I thought I couldn't go on, the map led me to a bridge shrouded in mist. I crossed it, and the oppressive atmosphere lifted instantly. I found myself on a normal road, with a clear sign pointing toward the town. Relieved but shaken, I glanced at the passenger seat where the map had been. It was gone. When I returned the car, the rental clerk gave me a knowing look. "You made it back," he said. "Most don't." I laughed nervously, but I wasn't sure he was joking.